Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kentucky's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
They'll give it to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. He's going to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up, so you can't tiptoe. Have been run in there, but this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
Yeah, and I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Kentucky, 0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football...
Got a lot of running room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's first and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking for a gap. It's Estrada. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Catch in the middle. It's Bush. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. Second and 10 from the 27. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Estrada. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Oh, that's just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Working that left side now. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Clark. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Alabama pushing the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They keep attacking through the air. Give him 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Estrada. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line.
The returner.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. To the air, it's Rivers. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. It's Pettis.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The give to the back. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown time! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the defense gets to the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's going to pass on 2nd down. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. It's Bush. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He finds his man.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. Fires one high and deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll take another shot here. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Lexington.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Finds a crease at the 20. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Handoff to the single running back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
brings up second and goal.
See if they can get it done on second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got zilch on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Louisiana delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Lafayette. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
On to kick it away.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
The Alabama offense will take over.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking for a productive play on first down. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try the right side. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Defense.
So a little too much contact through the PI flag. They'll decline that one, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. It could have been set up in a long yardage situation. Now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. shakes off the defender. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Going up top on first down. Lets it fly. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And they did tack on the extra. Knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the run, it's Pettis. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll come out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll leave it with him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Dropping back, it's Rivers. They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you